Wow, catchy tune, don't you think? Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. And thank you. Hear more about these wonderful drums and those that are leading us with their challenges. Am I on?
No.
No, she did end up my meeting.
Oh,
Great. All right, great. Good evening.
no, not on yet.
All right. Got little balls right here.
Casey, you only mic for her. Not
I might do for
Okay,
me.
okay, hold on. I still got it. Is that good then?
Is
Is that good?
Is it green? The light hold it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, okay. Good evening. My name is Casey Miller, and it is my honor to welcome you tonight to the first Gifts and Graces of 2014. This is actually the 15th year that we have been doing Gifts and Graces every Friday night. So if you did 15 by 12, how many times have we been doing Gifts and Graces? That's a lot of Gifts and Graces. And why do we do them? Well, so that you have someplace to go. One of the reasons is to create community. This is the community room. And one of the things that we work so very, very diligently is to be on mission. Our mission is to help people discover their gifts. Would you say that these individuals have discovered their gifts? Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Our dream, our vision would be that you would discover your gifts in a way that you say, wow, I am here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose. How many of you have already discovered that you do have a gift and you know exactly why you're here on earth? Oh, that's a fair amount of hands. That's wonderful. And what an amazing time for it to be January that we have a chance to really look deep into our heart. And how are our hearts beating? What is the drumbeat that this year will bring? So that's what tonight is all about. We have special guests with us that will be helping us with that. But we just want you to know that part of why we do these First Fridays is for you to decide, is this a place that is community for you? We don't say that we're a community college, no. We say that we're a college community coming together to up-level the consciousness of those that are being drawn to heal with each other, for each other, and to heal themselves. So part of what tonight is about is after the presentation, you're going to have a chance to spend some time in our halls. And tonight we have for you a few toe readers. How many of you came tonight for a toe reading? Anybody come tonight? Yes, yes. Toe reading is this amazing fun art. Ooh, you're ready for a toe reading. Your toes are like right out there. Toe reading is for us to be able to see if you have been on path, if you have been really walking to the drumbeat of your life's path. And we can see that through your toes. Toe readers are really soul coaches, where they look deeply, deeply into your soul. Very much to your shoes, sir. For us, we don't do that. But it's technology where we have a chance to just sit with you and ask these amazing, deep questions to help you really get in touch with, am I on my destiny path? Is there something that 2014 is inviting you to do? We also have energy workers, people that have trained to hold space in a way that it's for your healing and best. So I don't know all the people that we have tonight. What else do we have, Ramona?
We have, we also have reflexology.
Ooh, reflexology. Anybody want to have their toes worked on, their feet like really, yes, you're here for that. Absolutely, excellent.
We have a couple of intuitive coaches tonight.
Intuitive coaches, excellent.
And rapid eye technique. We've got, we have one of those.
Okay.
And of course, we have our vendors that are
So we have
outside.
just lots of things that after the presentation that we invite you to be able to do. But also the reason that we have the first Friday is that when you come to Southwest Institute of Healing Arts, we never know when you're going to start. Any day is a great day to start a class, and any day is a great day to finish. And so we have with us tonight several people that have come to really do a new dream, and they're here to celebrate graduation. So could I ask those that are in that completion phase to just join me up here tonight? So who do we have that are graduating students tonight? You're kidding, we don't have any graduating students tonight? We were 10. We've never had that happen. Ever, ever, ever. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? So we always you're arrested. My newest awareness is this: if it's happening, it's happening. And that we don't want to call it right or wrong, good or bad, it's just happening. So tonight, it's not happening. It's not good or bad, it's not right or wrong, it's just not happening. And that could be said of our lives sometimes, that we want something to happen, we want something to happen, we want something to happen, and guess what? It's not happening. That's not a bad thing, it's an is. And I've really come to have peace around that. If it's happening, okay, it must be a part of the master plan. Wouldn't that be an amazing concept? That if anything that happened, we were saying, it's happening. It must be a part of the master plan. Try that with me. Say that. It's happening. It must be a part of the master plan. So, could that be a calmness, an exciting place, or would that be a place of frustration for you? Calmness. And that's really what all of us have a chance to be able to learn. So those that have come and set out to design something new in their life, they all come to that place of completion, and oftentimes we have a chance to celebrate that graduation. If not, then it's now a time for us to begin looking at this new place of opportunity, this new awareness. And so tonight, the celebration that we have for you is that of unity. One of the things that we absolutely promise you here at Southwest Institute of Healing Arts is that there is no judgment as to a right or wrong way to connect with the divine for you. Oftentimes we have a chance to expose you to many, many different pathways, and that's what we're going to have a chance to do tonight. So I'd like to, Janneke, if you want to just come up and let me introduce you to a new path. Janneke, what would you be willing to claim about yourself? Something that you'd be willing to say that, like you could say, hi, I'm Janneke and I'm amazing. We'd love that. Or anything else.
I will try that.
Okay, try that.
My name is Janneke and I'm amazing.
Isn't that amazing, the feeling to be able to say, some people say, amazing, but some people say, amazing. So would you try that? Just say, hi, am, is your own name. And I am amazing, all right? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo, how many liked being amazing? It makes you kind of smile, doesn't it? There's something amazing. I mean, you really can't say amazing with a friend. I mean, that's really what it is. So one of my loves is the fact that you can meet someone and they already feel like they're a part of you, and that's what I would say about you. We've known each other for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. This time. This time. Yeah, it's true, it's so true. And so last night there were an amazing group of women that gathered with Janneke in her gift. And that is the gift of a sweat lodge. And we sweat together, we cried together, we bonded together, and we renewed our commitment to never judge anyone's path. It was amazing. To speak a truth, to connect with our heart, and make a commitment among a sisterhood. Just happened there weren't any in there last night. I'm sorry, I missed you. But this group of womb mates.
It's a new name.
Womb mates made a declaration that this would be a year of non-judgment. That if something was happening in someone else's world, it was happening. And it wasn't our job to judge. Our hearts beat a little bit deeper, a little more clear. And that's the experience that we want to introduce you tonight to. So talk to us about the drum.
Funny sounds happening. So when Casey invited me to come to this evening of Gifts and Graces, it's not on. It is on. All right, so how's that?
Yeah.
That works better. Good. So when Casey invited me to come and do the Gifts and Graces this evening and bring the drum, it's one of our joys. One of the ways that we express joy is through the heart, and we consider the drum to be the heartbeat of Grandmother Earth, the heartbeat of life itself, the pulse, and the heartbeat of our own heartbeat. And so when we are with the drum and allow the drum to guide us either through meditation, through dance, through song, we're able to get that much closer to our own connection to Source. And so the drum for us is one of the ways that carries the ancient rhythms of spirit and therefore guides us. Shall I just continue? All right. Thank you, Casey. Thank you very much. So tonight, as we begin and initiate ourselves into 2014, the drum is really calling us, and Spirit is calling us, to connect with that part of our soul, that part of our heart, the deep heart, that gives us the passion, is that you? The desire to continue to move forward in our own evolution. And so tonight we're going to do a little bit of a journey. I'm going to give you a little explanation or keys that you can work with. We're going to make sure that you each have a pen. Did you get those pens? Yeah. And would you so that everyone has one of these cards. We'll do this in a little while. Tonight we're going to just explore first through song, through our own inner connection, and through some teachings how to set our focus, how to target where it is, what is important to us in this new year. So if you have a pen in your pocket or in your bag, you might want to get it. There's plenty for everyone. So in the hustle bustle, yes, please.
Thank you.
language of the song, they're not actually English words. They are sounds, and the sounds are the sounds that are more ancient language, ancient vibrations that allows the heart, therefore, to move into different spaces. So even though the song may be a very new song for you, you may never have heard it before, feel free to just kind of feel the drum, feel the rhythm, and begin to mouth along and sing along or tone along, and you will find that the song you will have a connection to that vibration inside of you. We'll sing a number of songs like that, and they will, when you join in, they will also take you to new spaces inside yourself. So now that everyone has their card and their pen, let's take a look at the kind of teachings that we want to share with you tonight. The teachings that I will be sharing with you come from what are called the twisted hairs. Twisted hairs are the medicine men and women who, in time before, moved from tribe to tribe in the Americas and gathered the best of what that tribe knew in its knowledge. And they took those pieces of knowledge and the ceremonies and the ways of the people, the ones that allowed them to come back into balance, the ones that allowed them to heal each other, to care for each other, to learn to love each other, and to really make their home, their family, and their way, their community, into a place of beauty. Those teachings, those medicine men and women were called twisted hairs because they would take that knowledge and braid it together into a strand of its own. And into that strand has been carried forward across the ages and across time. And we have the privilege of sharing with you some of those tonight. The topic that the Gifts and Graces was that I was asked to speak about was how do we set our intention? How do we actually enter into a whole new experience called 2014? And we have what is known with our teachings as arrows. And so I'm going to show you a very basic teaching that hopefully will serve you to create an arrow. Not a very beautiful, strong, powerful arrow with these colors, but an arrow that will point you in the right direction. How many of you have noticed that when you start a new year, you're all fired up, you've got some things you want to accomplish, and you get going on them, and how long do they last? Some things better than others, some longer than others, but you basically get busy with life, and so the key that I would really appreciate being able to share with you is how do you hold that intent? How do you maintain your focus so that you actually reach the target? Would you like to learn that? Yes. So the first one that we're going to take a look at is what is called the focus of intent. This is definitely a chart that is moving behind me, isn't it? Sorry. I think so. Okay. It'll be a little while before the next one goes on. So the focus of intent is the tip of the arrow. It is really the first and foremost important thing for you to identify. And it's actually simple. Not necessarily easy, but simple. Focus of intent is what is your heart's desire? You want to write that on that little card. What is one thing, not necessarily a thing, a material thing, maybe a quality, perhaps an aspect of your own self, a change in your relationship. What is it that you truly desire? That at the end of 2014, if this was the change that you accomplished, you would be happy. You would feel really like you accomplished something important. What is that? That's your focus of intent. And what you're going to find is that if you keep that in mind as you go forward in your business, you will stay, you will have a little red road that you will walk. You will have a string that you will be able to connect with again and again and again. No matter if everything changes in your life, no matter if your job changes, no matter if your relationship changes, no matter if everything changes. Therefore, it tells you that your heart's desire should not be connected to another person. Your heart's desire should not be connected to something that is external to you, because you won't be able to control it necessarily. If you have a heart's desire that is yours, that is from inside out, it is something that you will be able to track and nourish and tend and come back to again and again and again. That is called a focus of intent. You've got something you can come back to again and again. Is that clear? Then, on this side, you have intention. Intention is a very commonly used word. And intention we often have to do, almost use as if it's our attitude. You know, what's your intention? We use that a lot, that word, right? What does it mean? Tell me. What do you intend? We equate it with intent. What else do we say?
What do you really want?
What do you really want? Possibly. What is it that you are really going after? And so if your focus of intent is a heart's desire, your intention is what you're going to do about it. What you're going to do about it. What are you going to focus on so that today, so that that heart's desire is nourished and fed. That's your intention. Your intention is always an action that you take. Your intention is something that you will be able to track in the moment. And you'll know whether it's on track or off track. How will you know? Is it making that desire stronger? Is it actually building something inside of you? Or is it distracting you? Key piece to keeping your intentions moving and clear is learning how to deal with mistakes. Because we will all make them. It's how we learn. Mistakes are how we learn. And so what is so important with intention is that you have a way that you learn, that you forgive yourself when you make a mistake. That you actually can identify, am I on track, off track? And can I readjust? How quickly you can readjust is a key to keeping your intentions as fuel to your focus of intent. If your daily intentions are fuel, fertilizer, water, light for the plant, the seed that you have planted of your heart's desire inside you. So, what can you do each and every day that will help you to keep those intentions clear? What's a simple thing that you can do every single day? It could be. I bet that there is, I think there's one thing I can say for sure in this room, that every single person in this room brushes their teeth every day. Would that be true? All right, we won't go there. So, when you brush your teeth, how many of you are standing in front of a mirror when you brush your teeth? Most of us. Our kitchen sink may not have it. Most of us are standing in front of the mirror. So, when a very simple piece you can add into your day without any headache, without any burden, is when you are brushing your teeth, to just do a little intention check. Look into your eyes for a moment and say, how are you doing, Janneke? How's that heart's desire? Did you fuel it today? And if the answer is no, say, I'm sorry to yourself. I made a mistake. Identify the mistake. Acknowledge it to yourself and let it go. So that you can get back on track as quickly as possible. That seed, a little plant, or flowering tree inside of you is nourished and supported each day. Can you do that? Write it down. Make sure you got a little triangle on your little paper. Put down that you've got your heart's intent up the top. It doesn't matter so much that you have focus of intent. It matters that you've got your heart's desire there. And it matters that you have identified one piece that you can do each day that will help you to keep those intentions clear and clearer. Ready for the other point? So if this is the focus of intent, our heart's desire, and this is that stream of intention that we are keeping clear, we have another word that has intense in it, sort of, and that is called intending. Now, if you notice, intending is an action word. It is a word that is in process. It doesn't say intend. It says intending. It's an ongoing process. And there are two keys that I would like to tell you about intending. Because intending is clearly one of the ways, one of the things that people speak with me often about in frustration. Because they are not experiencing success. What is important with intending is these two keys. The first is that you are paying it forward. Probably all heard that phrase before. You are actually, there's something that your heart desires. As long as you keep your intentions clear, live as if it is already so. And say thank you for it. Give it on to another. Pass it forward. Do an act of kindness that to the universe says, thank you for this gift of life. Thank you for this gift of accomplishment. Thank you for this change that I am intending. This is what creates magic in your life. Magic doesn't happen by doing this. Magic happens by doing. And so see if you can do that and notice what changes in your life this year. The second key that I want to tell you about intending is called releasing or letting go. Most of the time in our intending, we are wanting to draw something to us. We are really wanting it. And we're praying hard for it. Or we're working very, very hard to make it happen. We are making it happen. One of the keys to intending is to actually let it go. And tonight we're going to learn a very specific action that you will be able to do to time and time and time again, let it go, release it. Because what you are calling in, what you are intending, is not just in your hands. It's in greater hands than yours. And so in order for you to receive that greater, you have to let go of the small way that you think. And this is what we will learn in a little while. So the three keys here for you. Your heart's desire is your focus of your intent. The focus of your intent, therefore, is in the seed of heart that you have planted. And that heart is inside your womb or your belly. It is deep inside. It is fed and nourished by clearing and forgiving and keeping that everyday action clear and strong and pure in your intention. And it comes back to you when you give it away, when you pay it forward, or you let it go. Those three keys. So this section here on your card, write yourself just a little note about your learning now. Take a moment to write down what is the key that you take away from this arrow of intent. Just take one moment to write what you now know. Everybody clear? Finished with that step? All right, so in this next piece, you're going to actually want to find a clean section of that card that you have. Turn it over, fold it over. And here we're going to get just one step more personal. We're going to make it for you possible to identify how it is and what it is, or what it is that you are setting out as your focus and intent for 2014. And we're going to give you 3 other keys that are essential to your success. The first one, and I'll write them all 3 down at the same time, so the card only has to hold these people. This one is health. The second one is happiness. And the third one is hope. Thank you. Now, you've probably all seen these words before, and I would wager to guess that most of us are eager for these in our life. All right, we're done with that now. We all would like health in our life, yes?
Yes.
Being healthy. Being healthy makes all the difference in the world. And health can take many forms. Health is dependent on what the condition of your body is right now. Notice I have white hair. I'm not young anymore the way I was 20, 30, 40 years ago. So I can't expect that the condition of health in this body is the same as it was then. Would you agree, those of you who are living a little longer? And our physical condition is what is. That is the container for our spirit right now. Whatever condition your physical body is in, that is the condition of this container. And so, how can you have maximum health? The acceptance of the condition of your body is a key to being able to accomplish your intending this year. Can it change? Good. Change it. Can it not change? Then accept it. The condition of our physical health sets the stage or platform for us to be able to jump into a new experience. And a new year is a new experience. The next thing that we are going to target is our happiness. Is there anyone in this room that doesn't love happiness? Everyone loves to be happy. And happiness is one of the quests that is universally true for humans, no matter where they live on the planet or where or what age they are. And so happiness is one of our quests in life. This is very connected to your heart's desire. And when you are working on, focusing on, developing your health, you will also be happier. And when you are happy, you have energy to give. This is what brings us hope. Hope is really what is created through the gifts that we share with others. Hope is not something we wish for. Hope is something that we give. And hope is what allows us to manifest in our life exactly what we are intending. So these three are now connected to the triangle that we started with our focus of intent, our intentions, and our intending. What you want to do on your part is identify for yourself, what about my health? What's the focus that I will have this year in my health? How, when, where will I nurture that health with happy moments, happy thoughts, happy expressions? Happiness is something that you make when you look at yourself in the mirror. That brushing of the teeth exercise. And then as that happiness grows inside you, what is it that you desire to give out into the world? What is it that you desire to make happen this year? It's only one of you. There's no one else like you. And so what you do makes a difference, a big difference. And if you can only make one difference, because there's only one of you, what is that difference that you can and will make this year? So we're going to ask the drummers and singers to sing once for another song. And it's a song that is more of a meditative song for you. So that allows you to just consider these thoughts, consider these questions, play around on your piece of paper with what is it that you would like to send as a message for yourself into this year. What is it that you would like to shoot as an arrow of intent out into the universe that says this, whoever I put your name on it, this is my arrow of intent into 24. This is what I will focus on, what I will keep pure, and what I will give out into the world. And when the song is complete, we will do our next exercise.
So the song that we're going to sing is Wakantanka prayer. Wakantanka, as you probably know, is Great Spirit or God, or however you think of the higher power. So this song is a prayer to the higher power. And if you want to sing along, you're very welcome to. The words, these words actually do have a meaning. In addition to being art songs, they also have a meaning. So this particular song, you're praying to Wakantanka, and we're saying, we want to live. And we're also saying, Wakantanka, be with us. Be with us.
piece of what it is that you are going to send out into 2014. Whether it's your heart's desire, whether it's the way that you will keep sure that your intentions are clear so you have happiness, or one aspect or expression of your hope. Just take a couple moments and share, make sure everyone, each of you gets a chance to speak out loud one piece of that triangle. and you release it and give it away, there are two things that happen. Energy is sent and therefore available for all kinds of energies. Some better intentions. Or perhaps it will be a blessing of rain on someone's garden. Who knows how the great recycling bin turns it up and gives it out again. But what happens inside you, a space is open, and that space can be filled with hope. That's good. Or it might be happiness. Or it might be that you just let go of big headaches. Left hand does the gathering. Collect it. Make sure you are clear that you are going to give this away. And I give it away now. And you let it go. Shall we do it? Yeah. All right, stand up. All right, put your right hand out in front of you. With your left hand, start taking, grabbing, identifying, speak it in a clear voice for yourself. It doesn't have to be real loud, but a clear voice so you verbalize it, name it precisely, put it in your hand, collect it, and when you're ready, release it to the great source, to the heavens. With a simple piece like that. So the drum's going to sing a song that you've heard once already, so that you may actually enjoy singing along this time. It is Earth Renewal Song. And so one of our teachings is that as we make these giveaways, we actually are lightening ourselves up, but we also make a difference for the earth. And if you just consider that our internal cloudiness, heaviness, is a little bit like question out in the collective. If we could actually dedicate ourselves to cleaning our inner air, our inner waters, our inner earth, this song says, we do this for you, Earth Mother, Grandmother Earth. And so join us as we offer this dedication to her.
So a lot of times I like to stand up when I'm singing because I can breathe better and really get the sound out and access those other parts of my body which reach into the emotional reality. So feel free to stand up and sing. Or sit down and sing.
Wonderful to see many more of you singing along. Really a beautiful way to give back to Grandmother Earth some of the love that is in our hearts for her and for life itself. I'd like to conclude this evening by working with the handout that you received, which has on the one side a twisted hairs and Blessed Beauty Way prayer. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this prayer, and it's our gift to you to take home, for it makes an absolutely beautiful way to begin the day, to end the day, to use when in the middle of the day you just want to reconnect yourself to what is your purpose and how it is that you desire to be a part of life here. Twisted Hairs had a way of speaking about the Blessed Beauty Way as the way a human being walks on Grandmother Earth and connects and relates to each other as humans, as well as relates to all the worlds of Grandmother, we call her. All of the ways that, all of the expressions of life, whether they be the stones, the plants, the animals, or the humans. And so they are all our relations. And when we make a connection like that to life, then it becomes a little bit more possible to actually be and feel blessed. When you have a relationship with the stones that you have around in your garden, or the plants that you have, the trees, the shrubs, the food that you eat, the animals that are both in the skies around you or that you might meet as you go for a walk or that live with you. When you realize that all forms of life are actually your relations, it is possible for you to make a connection with what is known as the Blessed Beauty Way. And so you will see that this prayer speaks of the walking that way, of dedicating yourself to being one of the humans who will walk in beauty, who will walk in that blessed alignment with your relations. And it talks about looking to the left, which is the feminine, to the right, which is the masculine, and to really become beauty yourself in how you actually walk your life. So if you would join me as we read this prayer together, and that it's for us a way of saying to Spirit, to each other, to life, and most importantly to ourselves, since we're the ones that can choose to do this or not, that this is how we will walk forward into 2014. Ready? So we'll read it in one voice. Great Spirit, may I walk in beauty, so that I may be part of the greater beauty. Great Spirit, may I walk in beauty. May beauty be so left to me, that I may receive beauty through my inner moment. Great Spirit, may I walk in beauty. May beauty be so right of me, that I may give beauty through my inner man. Great Spirit, may I walk in beauty. May beauty be behind me, so that the only tracks I leave are those of beauty. Great Spirit, may I walk in beauty. May I touch myself, my life, and all others with beauty. May I walk this blessed beauty way. Great Spirit, may I walk in beauty. This is what I ask. This is what I will do. I have spoken. Go. So I send you with many blessings into this year. May Spirit be with you in a special way, and may you do the simple things that will connect you to the presence of Spirit. For it is Spirit that is always there. We just need to remember. And so may you have received some concrete fixes that can help you to live this year in a good way. And now I know, Ramona, there are some mini sessions available just outside. Do you want to say something about that? Or?
All I want to tell you is on the back of your prayer, it tells you what we're offering. Some of my practitioners are either not here yet or not going to show you. But toe readers, life coaching, energy work, intuitives, up the ramp. You can't see them from here, but up the ramp. They're already here waiting to serve you. So take advantage of everything, everybody. If you have any questions, let me know.
Thank you.